Okay, we're here at G2 Motorsports. Today is, I don't know, today's Monday, and it's July 16th, I think?
17th.
Today's 17th, okay, 2017, and we're talking with Ben here. He's the chief tech here at G2 Motorsports, and he's just performed the 15,000 mile service on our 3500 GT here. And he's, let's see, flushed the brakes, changed the oil and filter, changed the gas filter, fuel filter,
Coolant.
Flushed the coolant out with all new coolant. We did other little odds and ends, including the valve adjustment. And so, Ben, you want to talk us through the valve adjustment? So what you did is what?
Valve adjustment on these is very similar to any of the Italian or even early Japanese twin cam, shim under bucket, valve cover off, check initial clearance with a feeler gauge. If needed, you have to break the timing chain, remove the cams to get the buckets out, measure shims, replace with proper thickness of shims, and reassemble and retime.
Okay, so in this case what we did is we pulled the cam covers off, and like Ben just said, he went through and he measured all the clearances between the cam, the heel of the cam, and the top of the bucket. And I think there was what? Two that were loose and two that were tight.
There were two intakes that were loose, or one intake that was loose, two that were tight, and on the exhaust there was one loose and two tight.
Yeah. And the clearance for the 3500 GT, I think, is what,
0.1 millimeters on intake and 0.2 millimeters on exhaust.
Okay, for you people that think in thousandths, that's roughly 4 thousandths on the intake and 8 thousandths on the exhaust. So what you do is you rotate the, after the cam covers are removed and your measurements are taken, you rotate the engine to bring the master link up to top dead center, or up to the piston up to top dead center on the overlap, and to where the
master link is accessible.
The master link is accessible. And at that point, you can break the master link and remove the chain, and that allows you to remove the cams. Now, when you're putting it back together, there's gears on the front of the cams that should be removed, so the cams are loosened,
yeah.
And so the cams can spin freely, and the chain can move freely on those gears, which will allow you to install the chain
at the proper tension
and to torque it to the proper torque. And once the torque is performed on the chain, then you can line up the marks on your camshaft, or if you have no marks on your camshaft, you can set the correct spec, which is in the owner's manual.
Yes, sir.
And it calls for a depression on the valve bucket on both sides, while the piston is at top dead center on the overlap. And you need to insert a dial indicator into the number one cylinder in order to make sure your piston is at the top dead center. Any other comments on there, Ben?
No, it's technical but straightforward.
Technical but straightforward. Well, that kind of says it, doesn't it? I want to thank you very much. Ben has done a marvelous job on this car. It starts and runs really nice. You want to go ahead and fire it up while we're standing here?
Yes,
I think it's in gear, so you might have to put it in neutral. Let's go ahead and start it up and listen to the finished product here. There you go. Oh yeah. Very nice. That's an idle at about 550. Which is probably
when it's warm, it comes up to about 900.
Yeah, when it's warm, it'll come up to about 900, which is like the correct idling speed, 850, 925, somewhere in there. Yeah, it sounds really nice, doesn't it? There's none of that really made a difference, didn't it? Yeah.
Ladder is gone.
Very nice. Well, thank you very much, Ben. We'll say goodbye for right now, and if you have any questions, be sure to send me an email or give me a call. I'm Frank Mandarano. Ciao.